And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, Mayfield. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
First and 10.
How about a guy proving his different ways?
Score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now the second down throw on target. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Rosa's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
The score, Browns 3.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he's able to... take this one up to the 35-yard line.
He was taken down by Grant Delpit.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down, Prescott going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Intended for John Ross.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Play fake. Here's Prescott going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. Going deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The tackle made.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That's good for a Cleveland.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Steelers 7.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first down, Lindsey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. And he stopped immediately there.
Philip Lindsay on the kill.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when
taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for 1,000 yards. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
John Ross. It's a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Philip Lindsay, the ball carrier.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But it'll be second and goal.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Philip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Buying time to his left.
Number 6, Baker Mayfield on the keeper. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he's out right at the 25. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The 35-yard line.
A first down throw for Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
39-yard
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Johnson now returning. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Deontay Johnson on the return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The give to Philip Lindsay.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Ogunjobi on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
off the play fake. Prescott.
44-yard.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action now. Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
That's good.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
And again, it's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Lindsey. Ooh, with a juke. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Open man is Ross, complete.
Prescott's pass.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
32-yard line.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
One more time with Lindsey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Philip Lindsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
The ball carrier.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return, Johnson. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
1st down, Steelers.
On 1st down, Lindsey. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards.
A gain of 46.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This is intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
47-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
No gain.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Mayfield's pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Goal to go.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer.
Browns will line
Able
up.
to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on. Steelers take him down.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed, when you're rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away. Well, now Lindsey lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Mayfield's pass.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Anthony Sherman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They'll score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but
it's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. John Ross, 75 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. Reliable. Kick the ball up through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield finding Beckham, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
That's good.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He'll get this complete to Batson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Complete. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 30.
Mayfield with it once more. Caught left side. It's Beckham.
That's good.
And quickly they get to the line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team, no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't here around here. I'm the cool little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.